Installation instructions for the Infratop soffit system. The soffit system consists of 5 elements: SV07, SVP07 perforated panel, SV08, SVP08 non-perforated panel, and SV09, SVP09 concealed ventilation panel, which differs in shape from other profiles and is made of 2 whiteboards. All the panels have dimensional stability along their length. SV18, SVP18 connector, the so-called H-trim, ensuring an aesthetic finish to the soffit system. SV15, SVP15 finishing trim, the so-called J-trim, with a profile geometry ideally suited to all kinds of curves, guaranteeing a strong grip. Infratop system elements marked with the SV symbol are panels from the Unicolor collection, while those marked with the SVP symbol are profiles from the Nature collection. The SV09 SVP09 panel is distinguished by its innovative concealed ventilation. Perforations are located in the panel's bend and are invisible, which significantly enhances the aesthetics of the roof finish. This solution has been patented. The panels can be installed in 2 ways. Panels 07 and 08 are installed together, alternately, or in the pattern 2 panels without perforation, 1 with perforation. Or we can choose to install only one type of 09 panel, which significantly speeds up the installation of the soffit. In order to install the soffit system, we need impregnated wooden battens without knots measuring 4 by 5 cm. Install the battens along the facade after transferring the level of the gutter flashing by means of a spirit level. The work starts with leveling in the corners of the building and then transferring it to the whole elevation. Fix the battens to the building facade with the use of wall plugs. The length of the wall plugs should be adjusted to the type and thickness of the insulation of the building. Next, fix the battens along the entire length of the gutter flashing, taking into account the height of the J-trim using wood screws. Statement from a contractor. A nice thing about VOX soffit system is that we can fix it up to 80 cm without additional support. This is one of the main features of the system that our contractors appreciate. For comparison of the frame structure, the roof is shown where the panels will be installed above 80 cm and where there is a need to introduce an additional support point. On the right-hand side, the panels are shown installed up to 80 cm. If it is necessary to provide support on the building battens, it will also be necessary to place additional wooden crossbars attached to the rafters and the gutter flashing. Then, in the middle of the crossbars, an additional wooden batten should be installed as an additional support point. The final result of the prepared frame with an additional support point. After the frame is finished, begin to install the SV15 SVP15 finishing trim, which is mounted to the batten along the building and the gutter flashing. Statement from a contractor. The obtuse angle of the trim ensures that the panel adheres precisely to the panel, which also prevents the panels from fluttering in the wind. Join the 15 trims together by cutting off the assembly element and inserting one trim into the other. This will allow the panels to undergo linear expansion. Fasten the trims to the battens with screws with flatheads or washers so that they can be used in corners. The same screws are also used to fix the panels. The trims in the corner should be cut at an angle depending on the angle of the building, joining them together to form a joint. Finish the whole construction of the building with trims, into which the soffit panels will be inserted later in the installation. The length of the panels should be cut in such a way as to leave room for their free expansion. The elements of the soffit system can be cut with the use of generally available tools, such as a handsaw, angle grinder, jigsaw, or shears for cutting sheet metal. The installation of the soffit panel itself is achieved by inserting it into the finishing trims into the lock of the preceding panel. A clear click is a confirmation that the panel has been installed correctly. The click system guarantees a reliable and secure installation. Then install the SV18-SVP18 connector, the so-called H-trim. Use a pencil to mark the center of the strip and place it in the corner of the 15 trim. At the same time, place the other end of the trim in the exact center of the corner of the gutter flashing. Use a spirit level to transfer the contour of the facade to the trim. This creates a triangular element that should then be cut out. After cutting it out, place the trim and install it in the corner. Then apply the measurement to the trim at the other end of the corner. Place the spirit level on the inner edge of the 15 trim and transfer this measurement to the corner measurement. Cut off any excess of the trim and install the skirting board in the corner. Example of panel installation and cutting in a corner. Place the next panel in the lock of the preceding panel. Next, mark the edge of the trim on the panel. Cut off the marked excess. Then assemble the prepared panel. Repeat the process until you reach the corner. Start installing the panels in a chevron pattern by achieving a right angle between the edge of the panel and the edge of the 15 trim placed in the gutter flashing. Finish off the installation and joining of the panels in the corner in a chevron pattern. The second way to install and connect panels in a corner is to install them in a straight pattern using the 18 trim. How can a straight pattern be achieved? Cut the lock from the panel which is mounted at a 15 trim. This will prevent the panel from fluttering in the wind after it has been inserted. Lighting can be installed in the infratop soffit. Due to the shape of the panel and the wide board, it is easiest to do this in the SV09-SVP09 profile. The advantages of the VOX soffit system, such as the high rigidity of the panels, the click system, and the simple set of finishing trims, affect the speed and ease of its installation. In addition, the soffit is resistant to climatic conditions and does not require maintenance. Thanks to this, the VOX soffit system is recommended by contractors. Infratop has a 30-year guarantee. The VOX soffit system is an aesthetic and durable roof finish that will serve you for years to come.